Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead.
These days, I'm
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. This is Leonard Fournette. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man is Taylor. He's got
good catch.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Good play.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's to his running back, complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. He's going to field this at the 4. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Funches has it complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Dumps it off to Fournette. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Zone for a Falcon touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is Bell on the dump off. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now here's Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Wow.
Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
That's a good pick.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They'll give it to him up the middle. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at him. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at him 4 straight times.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Ace! Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll go with a big back foot. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Hauschka. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Right back to him on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Catch made right side by Wilson. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Noah Spence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Mahomes now on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. 59 Mike.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. Third down here.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Wide open receiver.
Good play.
And they bring him to the ground.
Damn good play.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mahomes will try again on second down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Oh, shit.
Second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Hauschka now for the extra point.
Yeah, the nice ass move.
With the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6, and the Falcons will extend their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
That's fielded in the end zone. Able to push his way through.
Oh, shit.
Terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Fournette, a first down carry. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well,
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Check, check, go back, go back. We got motion, back up, back up. Z. Let's go, D, let's go. Run up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Time to pull out the stops.
Holy shit.
There on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got there.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Mahomes takes it himself, so call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game.
That was funny.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Oh, why did he make me take the shittiest angle ever?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Thanks for not blocking anybody.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And some room to run now. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on to it.
Wow.
Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline.
Sorry, son of a bitch.
Why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Cedric Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Powers through. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Bell. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is Bell on the dump off. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. To throw is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Back to throw, Mahomes. His throw incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Yeah.
Mahomes to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Yeah.
Kevin King with a pick.
Nah, Bruce been playing really well, though. He learned that shit from Noonan.
Defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game
of for Crosstown, always giving me fucking difficult games. It pisses me off. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, hey, I don't understand the animation they give the motherfucker, his cornerbacks, man. He gets the greatest animations ever. This shit is crazy to me. Pisses me off. This nigga uses his cornerbacks, bro. Right, and it pick you off, man.
Now Mahomes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds.
No, it does. I see him on the cornerback, and I say, oh, I'm throwing that ball over there. And he keeps picking me off, man. It's pissing me off.
Didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Throw for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One final try from Mahomes. And this is caught by Jackson. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Atlanta, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2.
Still tipping on 4-4.
They'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.
I don't feel like working today, man.
We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.